Welcome to Daytona Beach, Daytona International Speedway, qualifying underway for the Golden Eagle Superspeedway Series. It's finals night. One of those 4 drivers in green on the scoreboard are going to win a title tonight. Watch the Quinn Newton machine heading out on track. First one down and away, but now we also have the Harper car. So we will watch the 7. Taking his sweet time to get out there. I wonder if he is trying to do that in order to save fuel to keep the back end of the car down.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 101 Fahrenheit.
It's getting hot. Harper is creeping around the track, and I think this is an effort to have as much fuel as possible in the car. I'm a little confused why I went up that high. He's starting to accelerate now. So interesting tactic. Looks like Lenny doing something similar. His teammate in the 42. Creeping out of the pit lane. I know some kind of trick for qualifying. They're always up front, and I'm sure that's part of it. But Newton finally sets a lap time. Cleaver goes to the top in the 2, which has a 5 on it. The 5 has an 88 on it. It's going to be that kind of night. Greg Koloff in the 93 goes to the top of the board. Ethan Evers, one of our playoff cars, heads out on a racetrack. And Colin Teague's out there as well, the 51. So all of our playoff contenders going to get a lap in here. Colin going to run his first lap up high. Dalton Hayes, he's going to be a one and done kind of car. Sets his time and pulls down to the bottom. Quinn Newton, his second lap, does not beat Dalton Hayes. It's Dalton's first lap, very good. Leading the scoring pylons, but I think eventually the 7 will come around and knock him down. Greg Koloff, his second lap beats Dalton, goes top of the chart. When he completes his first lap, here comes the 7. Nathan Harper with a 48.751 goes to the top. I'm sure Lenny will do the cheese as well and follow him right up there. Johnny Outlaw predicting the number 8 car gets a championship tonight. Scott, I did that one for you because I was actually eating pizza. Just so you know. 48.79. He'll go second in the 42. Those 2 teammates on the front row going for a title. Ethan Evers sitting 5th. He's got another lap to go. And so is John Garrett. Colin Teague clocks in 9th. This is our last playoff car to finish their qualifying run. You look for Ethan this week. Second lap slower, he'll stay 5th. John Garrett sitting on the end of the pit lane. Cliff Mullins is going into the infield and disappearing. And Downey's on track. Chris Walsh is in his usual Jim Beam colors. We'll have 2 Jim Beam cars. 22 cars here tonight. 4 of them going for a title. Should be fun. The drivers get out on track. Get up here. I forgot these cars don't have the side shots. We'll have to go to the nose cam. There's your pole sitter Nathan Harper. Chick-fil-A Ford going for a championship, as is the 42 right beside him. Got about 5-6 cars we're waiting on. Go ahead and kick off the Labor 12 music. Let you enjoy that while we wait. Our championship car is still not out on the grid. Colin Teague. Supposed to be starting 10th. Hasn't been able to get out on the grid yet. Got Dowdy, TJ Floyd, Daniel Wallen not out on the grid yet. Taking their time. Alright, well, let's get this starting lineup underway then. And well, if they're not there, they're not there. Nathan Harper in the 7. He'll roll off from the pole. We have Alex Linney starting second, number 42 Ford. John Garrett, the 66 Chevrolet, starts in the 3rd spot. Greg Koloff, the 93, he's got to win this season. He'll roll off 4th. Ethan Evers, the 3rd of our title contenders, he'll roll off from the 5th spot, alongside teammate Mike Edwards. Ian Montrose, the DoorDash car, starts in 7th. Dalton Hayes, the Do-SA Machine, in 8th. Cliff Mullins, AC Racing Graphics Chevy, in 9th. Colin Teague in the highlighter, he's the other title contender, starting in 10th. Matt Benke, the Amtrak car, starts 11th. Cody Cleaver in the number 5, which is 2 on your scoreboard, starts 12th. Quinn Newton in the number 5 on your scoreboard, with number 88 on your screen, Pepsi car, he'll start in 13th. Jimmy Sherrod, the Busch car, Busch Ford, starts 14th. Gatlin Dowdy, the Jim Beam Chevrolet, starts in 15th. TJ Floyd, original Grain Chevrolet, starts in 16th. Chris Walsh, another Jim Beam car, starts in 17th. Zach McBride, the NVIDIA Chevrolet, he'll start in 18th. Daniel Llewellyn not showing up on track. Troy Burke in the 01, he'll start in 20th. Will Ashton-Brenner in the 31 car starts 21st. And Joe Wanahan, Bass Pro Toyota, he'll start scratch on the field. 21 cars, 1 track. We'll see if Llewellyn starts from the pits or if he's just not racing tonight. We got 60 laps, unlimited tires. Fuel cells are at 50% capacity. Should force at least 2 or more pit stops. And anything can happen. Superspeedway Series. Thanks to Golden Eagle. It's been sponsoring us all year long. Appreciate them. Check them out at goldeneaglesyrup.com. Pride of Alabama. Some wonderful stuff. Our champion will get a box of Golden Eagle syrup pecan pies sent to them. So that's awesome. Thanks, Labor 12, for the starting lineup music. Appreciate you. Get that all concluded. Field rolls to turns 3 and 4. Pace car will be heading off the track this time by. We will get this thing underway. The front 2 are teammates, so I'm sure we'll see them working together. Even though they're fighting for a title, they'll probably try to get to the end and then decide it between the 2 of them. Don't know Llewellyn, so 21 cars set to do battle. Inside line got a good roll there. John Garrett's going to keep tight to the back of the 7. We get underway. Heading down to turn number 1. Mike Edwards already diving to the bottom. Well, that pink 14 drop down in front of Ian Montrose. 42's fading back. John Garrett took a look to the outside, then back to the inside, stays in the line. No bonus points for the top 4 contenders. It is straight up wherever they finish at the end of this race. And that would be who wins a championship, who gets an invite to the SRX season in the main event. Basically like our IROC series. A few cars dipping below that yellow line but not making a pass. That is out of bounds. You can't go down there and make a pass. But you can avoid cars, avoid contact, that kind of thing. See him bouncing over the turn 2 there. It's a bumpy scan of Daytona back in 2008. So they got handling to worry about tonight. So the car will be a little bit of all over the place going over those bumps. You see the 7 up the hill a little bit, almost a full lane and a half. Sean Garrett trying to stay tucked in behind him. These Gen 6 cars did produce a little bit of a bubble effect towards the end of their life, and then iRacing obviously hasn't done much with them with the next gens out. So the drafting can be a bit of a pain. Here comes the 42. Right back up alongside his teammate. There's Daniel Llewellyn joining the race a couple laps late. Will Ashburner way back off the field. He lost the draft. Easy to do in these cars with that bubble effect. You can lose the draft quite quickly, but the 42 gets down in front of teammate Nathan Harper. Now the outside has the 93 of Koloff, 47 Dalton Hayes, and the 51 of Colin Teague. Koloff clear of the inside line. Will he stay up top? That he will. 42 Liddy gets back to his inside. Cliff Mullins, Quinn Newton pop up off the bottom. We got 2 Jim Beam cars, so that'll be complicated tonight. McBride's the closer one to the front. Oh, that's Downey. Downey and Walsh, now they're running 16th and 17th. That's not helping. Menke just came off the apron. See what happened to him. Just kind of entered on the apron and stayed down there. That's strange. I guess he wanted to get out of there. Don't normally see that in the corner. Only see it on the backstretch. The 18 car is still in this lead pack. Back to Troy Burke, that yellow and green machine at the tail. Outside line, starting to surge ahead. Dalton Hayes is now clear in second. That puts Colin Teague fighting the 42 for the lead of the championship right now. Obviously still 55 laps to go, but something to keep tabs on. Colin Teague clears. Will he stay up there or drop down? He stays up top. The 5 car, which is the 2, got very sideways. Cody Cleaver, Terry Labonte, Spooky Loops, I think it was. It's the Halloween Fruit Loops car. I wonder if it's more the outside line prevailing or the inside line saving fuel here. I don't quite know what the fuel situation is, but looks like Chris Walsh and Troy Burke have lost the drafts. Now 15 cars in this lead pack. Cliff Mullins trying to hang on to the back of the pack. Any kind of checkup can split you off this lead pack. Be so careful. Oh my goodness, Dalton Hayes, there they go. And then we go back here. 42 is in it, the 7 is in it. Mike Edwards is in the 14, Ethan Evers in the 8. That started up on the top side towards the front of that line. Let's go back and take a look, see how that one unfolded. 15 and the 5, I think. Dalton Hayes leading. I think Dalton gets the wall. Then the 2 checks up. And all hell breaks loose. Let's get the drones out and follow the 2 car through here. Purple and green. Right behind Dalton Hayes. A little bit of contact there. Gets Dalton into the wall. Then 2 checks up. 15 checks up. Accordion effect. They don't all check up. Then they end up pushing the pusher. The 5 goes around. And he'll have to get a black flag clear. So he goes through the pit lane. Dalton got into the outside wall, but looks okay. Let's check the 15. He got hit from the front and the back. So he's going to get pushed by TJ Floyd into the purple and green machine. TJ did not fare as well. So he's ahead of the 12 of McBride. Outside line's going to stack up as Dalton gets up there. They just weren't ready for that checkup. Then Gatlin Downey turns the 12 down into the 42. Cliff Mullins gets right through there, as does Montrose. 7 actually did a good job. The 12 loses his whole front end, so he must get walloped. Follow McBride into this. Obviously behind TJ Floyd. He'll get turned down into the 42, gets a nose hit there, another one into Floyd. Then John Garrett gets a little contact there. Mike Edwards really hits him. So troubles for our playoff driver in the 8 car, Ethan Evers, right in the middle of all this. So he's got his teammate Edwards behind him. They all start wrecking. He tries to check up. Just a minor touch from, I believe that was Gatlin Downey. He slides it to the inside. He'll get new tires. The car should be okay as long as he didn't clobber anyone turning back around. This is a good break for all those cars that had lost the draft. Pace car definitely took its sweet time getting going. Daniels just stopped on the track because the 12 car is still sitting there. Let's check with Colin Teague. See how he fares getting through here. Wow. Everything unfolded around him. But he got through there clean. Lenny was right in the middle of it, right behind Colin. Gets the 12 car right in the right front fender. And then the 05 backs into his left fender. His teammate in the 7, Harper, fared much better. A little contact there. And I think that was it for Harper. The one I want to watch is Cliff Mullins. This unfolds all around him, and he just gets right on through here. Nicely done, Cliff. Nicely done. I think Ian, similar situation. Had a little bit more time to react to it, but start to come back up. He gasses it up, gets right up to the wall, gives it a little kiss, and gets through there. All right, back out on track we go. It's like everyone came down, filled up the tank at least. So Harper, Mullins, and Linney all filled up the gas tanks on pit road. That's your top 3. Then tires for Dalton Hayes, Ian Montrose, Jeremy Scherer, Greg Koloff, Troy Burke took 2 tires, Quinn Newton 4, Joe Monahan looks like a fuel stop, Matt Benke 4 tires, Gatlin Downey 4 tires and a little damage repair. Ethan Evers 4 tires and checked his car for damage. Looks like it's good. 14-second stop for him. Colin Teague 30-second stop, so he had a little damage to work on in that highlighter. 15-second stop for Ashton Renner. John Garrett 15 seconds. Cody Cleaver 27 seconds. Mike Edwards 46. He didn't want to take the fast repair. I think he's going to come back in and work on some more damage. Follows John Garrett down the pit lane. Ethan Evers also coming down. They're all going to top off the tank, I'm sure. John Garrett, Will Ashton-Branner, Mike Edwards. Comes Cody Cleaver. Walsh catching back up to the field. TJ Floyd. During all that, Daniel Llewellyn went 2 laps down with a late start. He got one of them back here as the lucky dog, and now he will battle McBride on 12 and 23. Looking for the next caution. Get back on lead lap. Nathan Harper, your leader, but bonus points not available tonight. That way it's just straight up whoever finishes where for the championship, so it doesn't actually matter that he's leading right now. Good thing for him though, Cliff Mullins came out second, so they get to line up on the inside together. Team cars the 7 and 42. Dalton showing that he can be a good pusher in that outside lane. Kept pushing cars out to the lead on that high side, so now he's got Cliff Mullins there. Maybe he can push Cliff one out there and get some laps led. That beautiful blue, pink, and black 37. In Montrose, Jeremy Scherer, row 3. Newton, Greg Koloff, row 4. Monahan and Benke, row number 5. TJ Floyd, a whole minute and a half of repairs. Goodness. Good thing about Daytona, you have plenty of time under caution to try and work on those damage repairs. There goes our pace car. 10 laps down, 50 to go. Green flag back out in the air. The teammates getting that restart together. I think Cliff thought he needed a side draft, but he was actually slowing himself down. He side drafted right there. Those two teammates did not launch together. Field does get pretty spread out. This would be ideal for a green light checker restart. The field will bunch back up. See Dalton really giving Cliff a push there. Have to check up a little bit. That'll help the inside line. A great call off moving to the top to try and join Quinn Newton, Jeremy Shearer, Dalton Hayes, and Cliff Mullins. Those four cars have surged ahead of the inside line. They stay committed to one another. Well, all drop down, and Cliff Mullins will get himself a lap lead. Call off now leads the outside line. One of the Beam cars, Gatlin Downey behind him. And Joe Monahan. Unfortunately, Monahan has had this issue multiple times. We saw him dicing side to side there. There he goes way down on the apron. A little bit unpredictable where that 89 car is going to go. 7 and 42 now moved to the top. Push from the 1 and the 93. We've basically changed lanes. The 4 inside cars were outside, the 4 outside cars were inside. There's Downey on the apron. Checking towards the back, Cody Cleaver has some front end damage. He's lost the draft along with the 12 of McBride. So Daniel Llewellyn leading that Lucky Dog charge. There he is up ahead of them. Joe Monahan's car has disappeared out of the lead pack. Everybody scrambled every which way. And Joe Monahan's car has vanished. Trying to find him. See if something happened and he alt F forward or... Yeah, just vanished. Oh, he's back and he has no front end. And no back end. And he disappeared again. Monahan having all kinds of connection issues. Probably want to go ahead and call it. Can't get your car in working order there. See how the field's gotten very spread out. Big gap back to Burke from Edwards. Edwards trying to keep Evers in this lead pack. They're starting to lose the draft a little bit. Well, they're all single file even though they're in different lanes. Now Koloff going to drive it to the bottom on that outside line. Alonso was thought about going with him, decided not to. That Team Red on the outside. Oh my goodness, the 42 of Linney about turned the 7. That would have been awkward in the team meeting. All of our championship 4 still in the lead pack. And a bit of a gap back to John Garrett. He's got TJ Floyd, Troy Burke, Matt Benke, and Will Asherbrenner all back there with him. 6-car pack trailing this lead pack. Six laps since we turned him back green. Or really 5 as Ethan Evers and crew came down and topped off the tank. So 3 cars in this pack have an extra lap of gas. Edwards split off from Evers. That's going to put them both in danger of losing this group. Harper and Linney teamed up on that outside line, pushing, leading the outside line, and it's kind of keeping them all together there. Edwards once again splitting out from the back of Ethan Evers. Here comes Monahan off the pit lane with no front end. 3 laps down. That could be an issue. No front end, no back end, no trunk. That car has no spoiler. It's not going to handle very good. more lap. Lap 17 done. On to lap 18. Call off. Push from Quinn Newton. Gets his nose out in front. Quinn Newton's car bouncing, going over those bumps. Oh, they all are, but that white truck made it look really egregious. So pumpy going through 3 and 4. At the line, call-off leads 42 of Lenny, pushing his teammate through the tri-oval, about turned him again. But that almost wrecking him has kept them in the lead. So they're going to keep doing it. Car lead pack, 5-car chase pack, 2.54 the gap back to that chase pack. John Gear and crew are actually catching this main group right now, at least the Michael Edwards machine. These two are very, very in danger of losing this draft. Top line starts to surge ahead again. Top 3 cars on that outside line have all cleared Greg Call-Off on the inside. And they continue to run that high line. It's a little bit smoother up there. Montrose may have just brushed the wall a little bit. There is McBride coming off the pit lane a lap down, about to go 2 laps down. Currently the only car 1 lap down is Daniel Llewellyn. So McBride does go that 2nd lap down. Llewellyn now on the pit lane. There's the 23 machine, 18 laps, and he had to bring it down. We're at 12 and 11 in this lead pack for his laps completed.
Right.
Get the driver chat in here, let him hang out with us. Going 3 wide through the middle there. Seems somebody wanted to work with Gatlin Downey. Cliff Mullins on the inside by himself. Looking behind him saying, "Where's my help?" Quinn Newton finally going to give him some help down on the inside. See if Cliff continues to run the bottom before he'll jump up to the top line. Looks like he is going to move up there. That'll bring Quinn Newton and everybody. So now the whole top 11 running single file on the outside line. And 12th is Ethan Evers is back there as well. They are putting distance on this second pack now. At one point, remember, this pack was catching up, but not so much anymore. Cliff Mullins has decided to try and make a move again. Inside Greg Koloff on the inside lane. It's Quinn Newton running with him. And he gets up alongside Scherer. Gets alongside Downey, moving forward on that inside lane. Oh, Quinn Newton really gives him a shot entering the tri-oval. Cliff hangs on to it. Somehow actually is making positive ground after that hit. 16 laps, pit stops. Going to become a topic here real soon. Like the Zach McBride car may have left the race.
Let's stay low, guys.
Looking by Monahan.
Thank you.
Monahan way off that yellow line, got everyone scared. Daniel Llewellyn staying out of the way. Normally you'd want the cars to go high to get out of the way, but Daniel has chosen the low lane. Mostly because the leaders were running high. Everyone makes it through. Monahan's car is dog walking down the track. A little askew in that 89. Now they drop down.
Didn't even flap to him.
Completing this lap as they're passing the pit lane. That's an odd place to call that. Might scare people into suddenly slamming the brake.
31 heading.
There you go, lap 18. There he is. Dalton Hayes, the lone car, split out wide. He'll get a spot in behind Koloff. We may see the entire group. From the top two, Harper and Lenny going to the pit lane, bringing Colin Teague with them. Great view of the back of the pit lane again. I tried to avoid that. Cameras are different at different tracks. So Colin Teague on the pit lane. Harper, Lenny, and Downey. Troy Burke all came down this time by. So 3 of our top 4 in this time.
Avengers!
Avengers. Thank you, Tattoo. Appreciate the rate. About halfway through in this championship race. 3 of our title contenders on the pit lane.
I got to pit this time, John.
TJ Floyd picked up a penalty, and unfortunately, it looks like Colin Teague has also picked up a penalty, as has Nathan Harper. The 7 and 51 both hitting the pit lane. Oh, Koloff out of shape there. He may have gotten a penalty. But there is Harper, and, well, you can't see him, but trust me, there he is, Colin Teague. 2 of our 4 championship contenders on the pit lane with a 40-second hold. Absolutely brutal.
Pitting here.
Pitting.
This group of Scherer, Hayes, Edwards, Evers. And we hit in the pit lane. Daniel probably go around them as he's pitted recently. And here come those 4, led by Scherer and Hayes. Scherer really locked it up there. We'll see if the 15 didn't get busted. A lot of penalties. Quite a few of them. Cody Cleaver had an extended stop. Troy Burke had an extended stop. Scherer missed his box, slided right through it. A lot of issues here. Oh my gosh. These cameras are killing me. It's the 8 car down and away, leaves with his teammates, so that is ideal. Dalton Hayes, Edwards, and Evers all come out together. Then you see behind them all by himself, I believe that's Nathan Harper. That is Nathan Harper. Heading past all of them. Harper again picked up that penalty. So we'll have to watch for this pack. Ian Montrose call off and Scherer shakeout. That's not Scherer, that's the 5, which is the 2. It's totally confusing when they don't put the right number on, but that is Cody Cleaver 2 laps down with him. They're going to all bunch up together here. They may leave this group. That other group is not together at all. Montrose call off and Cleaver go blasting by. Delta Prime group did not get back together after that pit stop. If they can make this a 6-car pack, it'll put some distance over the next group of Gatlin Downey and Alex Linney. Oh, here they are. Linney lost his teammate to the pit penalty. Looks like we did get a 6-car lead pack now. Montrose, Call-Off, Hayes, Edwards, Evers, Downey. Downey 6th though back here in this group. 4.2 back and gaining. They are catching the group ahead. 3-car pack catching that 6-car train. And you have Jeremy Scherer. Oh my gosh, John Garrett and the 18 got way out of shape there. John Garrett trying to push him. Chris Walsh was not handling that very well.
Oh, what are we doing now? Hey, he's trying to be in like 4 lanes at the same time. I'm just trying to push him.
TJ Floyd unhappy with.
I'm not going to catch the force back in front of me. I couldn't push Gatlin in front of you, so I'd rather push you at this point. Alright, perfect. Thank you, Gatlin.
They switch order in that second pack. See if they can gain on the lead group. Linney in 6, trying to catch Evers in that lead pack. Lead pack's going side by side, which the 7 is trying to keep happening, because if he can keep that side by side, it helps his teammate. So you will not see the 7 get in line for any reason here. He's going to do everything he can to slow down this pack. 93 is going to drop in line. 7's just going to hang out there and try to slow everybody down. Sure, we'll see some aggressive side drafting out of the 7. William Asherbrenner tagged on to the back of this group, 31 car. So the 7 and 31 are battling for a lucky dog spot. Asherbrenner lets him in. And the front group's back to single file again, but this group is closing rapidly.
Ian, can you ride top? Can you guys go top?
Down under 4 seconds now.
Repeat that again.
I don't know if top's the way to go.
Can this group ride the top lane, please? Let's try it.
The second group is catching them in a hurry.
Top lane, Ian, Cody, stop.
There's Harper on the bottom. They need to get a little bit more connected, those first 2 cars, Montrose and Cleaver. That's how they were making up so much time on the top last time. Linney and Floyd, 3.5 in closing. Bring you through the field. Montrose leads Dalton Hayes in second. The second car in line is Cleaver. Cleaver is 2 laps down. Greg Holoff, the 4th car in line, running 3rd. Mike Edwards, that pink and black machine, is 4th. Ethan Evers, black and white and chrome machine, riding in his 5th spot. And 6th place, Alex Linney, getting help from Gatlin Downey and TJ Floyd, trying to catch up to the lead pack. And John Garrett in 8th, 6th, and basically 7 seconds behind Linney and company. And Jeremy Scherer is in that pack in 9th spot. Chris Walsh, the back of that group, in 10th. Then you have Matt Benke all by himself in 11th. That's got to be a lonely feeling. Cliff Mullins has got some friends. It's Mullins and Newton, 12th and 13th. The last two cars on the lead lap, plus the 51 of Colin Teague, one lap down. You have Rulesh Renner 14th, a lap down in this group. Nathan Harper. And there's TJ Floyd trying to catch him. One lap down in this pack. And Colin Teague, one lap down in this group. Troy Burke all by himself. Getting caught by Cody Cleaver in the lead pack. That'd be for position. Once Cleaver passes the 0-1. See the 0-1 with the lead pack coming behind him.
Train?
How big is your train? We take it in a distinctly not family-friendly way. Lenny is catching them in a freaking hurry. It's under 2 seconds, or under 2.2 seconds. This group will catch them. Still 10 laps before the pit stop. They will definitely catch them. It's just not enough push from the 2 car to the 1 car, or to 2 on the scoreboard, but 5 on your screen. Purple and green. Not giving enough push to his teammate. Ian Montrose out front. Montrose probably holding the pedal wide open. Doesn't know to lift a little bit to get the car behind him to push him better. And that's why all the cars are staying spaced out. That bubble between them. Nobody can catch up to the car in front of him. Montrose, that kind of bulldog, as his nickname is. It's hard to get him to lift a little bit.
Close enough to get their draft yet, Alex?
We should start sneaking out at about 1.5, 1.4. We're catching full.
Keep a pushing, Daniel. I smell it.
Now we got a little bit closer situation between the 1 and 2. Ought to see some speed pick up now. And as soon as I see that, I do see the numbers going in a better direction for them on the monitor. So yeah, that's what they needed. Get that purple and green machine shoving Ian Montrose. Had to switch headsets. Welcome back. Appreciate the raid. Watching a good race. Chase Pack. 2.2 back now is finally the 1 and 2 have figured out how to do the push here. Montrose has finally lifted a little bit. I know he was flat out most of that time, and that's why they weren't gaining. They have figured it out, and they are starting to put some distance over that Chase Pack now.
I got a pit.
Daniel Wallen has hit lap 18. This is about when they need to pit. So the 23 car has to bail out of that draft he was in, 4-car pack. He hits the pit lane. A lot of cars picked up pit penalties last time down. They were Cliff Mullins, Quinn Newton, Nathan Harper, TJ Floyd, Colin Teague, Cody Cleaver, and Troy Burke. Pit road. These cars just not slowing down the way they thought they would, I think. Caught a lot of drivers off guard. Chase Pack starting to close in again. I think they're stiffing the stragglers off the back of the pack. 1 and I believe that's the 7. The 7's going back to help them, I think. Daniel did get the penalty, so
Love you, Nathan.
another car picking up.
Thanks for working with teacher.
So Harper is going back to join his teammate and try to push him to this lead pack.
Should be 100 down this pit road.
Now this group is going to get stronger. Going to be a big boost for Lenny to have his teammate working with him once again. The gap is already down to 1.6 and dropping. That chase pack is coming. Like Asherbrander's falling off the back of the pack. One not able to hold on to the draft. It's out of line. That'll hurt him. He needs to stay in line with the cars ahead of him. The top 5 plus the lap machine of Cleaver, the 6-car lead group. Montrose, a bit of side-to-side dancing action in the corner. And just like that, this pack has caught up. They're in the draft, and they'll be right on William Ashbrander's back bumper in no time. Now we have a title fight once again with 17 to go. Harper's going to dive to the inside of Ashbranner. Brings Alex Linney with him. We're going to try and charge up this inside line. And there's the pass that puts Linney back in the championship lead as the 42 passes the 8.
I'm staying low, bitches.
Daniel Llewellyn claiming he's staying low.
Go high. Thank you, buddy.
In danger of those front 4 running away now from the second group. Big gaps open up between them, over 6 tenths. Closing in on those final pit stops. You can make it anywhere between now and 2 laps from now, I think. Maybe 1. And here they come. 7 and the 47. 47, 14, the 8. They're all coming. Both of the championship contenders that are still in play.
This time. Next time, Jeremy.
Both of our title contenders that are still in play. The 8. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I didn't draw a box this time. Sick.
These cameras are going to kill me. Seven down and away. 42 down and away. 47. There's the 8.
23, I'm gonna need you to really push here until I'm fucking sideways. Do everything you can, man.
Well, Ashbranner definitely going to lose the group now. Linney and the 8 come out together. There they are, nose to tail. That's your championship fight. 9th and 10th right now.
What happened, Alex? Felt tires, because I slid on the way in.
There you go, Alex Linney. Grab tires here. 8 of Ethan Evers wants to get back to the championship lead. He'll take Edwards to the high side and go around Linney. See where the 05 of Downey goes. The top 2 drop back down. See if Downey will probably tuck in behind Linney then. And now we wait for other pit stops. Jeremy Scherer's on the pit lane. Cliff Mullins, Quinn Newton, Dalton Hayes is on track. Sweeping past folks as he'll go past John Garrett up into second. Looking for the 93. Here he is coming to the pit lane. Great call off. This should complete our green flag stops. Harper leads Dalton Hayes. Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, Alex Linney. Got Downey and John Garrett. There's Garrett. We've got Chris Walsh within 7th and 8th. We have Quinn Newton, Cliff Mullins, and the lap car of Colin Teague. Koloff makes his way off the pit lane. See Monahan all over the place in front of him. A little terrifying. See the lead pack behind. Not quite the lead pack until they pass Koloff. They're going to blow by him right about here. call off behind Monahan. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on to that draft. They went by awful fast. That was the 2 of Cleaver. 15 of Scherer. Scherer about to be a lap down. "12 laps to go. Should have our final stop done unless we get a caution."
A little bit on the straightaways here, just enough so I can push here.
That was call off trying to
Yep.
coach the 89 a bit. John Garrett. Chris Walsh, 7th and 8th. They're 5 seconds back of call off. Call off's already 3 seconds back of that lead pack. Lead pack has 5 lead lap cars, plus the lapped car of the 7 of Harper. I'm trying to tell who that second was. Maybe TJ Floyd, the 49, I think. And the table is set. Do we stay green? Field's nice and spread out. Still have 2 cars in title contention. 2 more, 1 lap down. And here goes, is that Harper? Harper getting in front of Lenny. The team cars swap order. Oh my goodness, is that 05 of Gatlin Downey going for a ride?
With my pants right there.
Gatlin Downey just went for a ride, and now we're down to fewer cars in his lead back. Sweep around Matt Benke. Jeremy Scherer has joined the tail of the field, the 15 car, also a lap down. So we have 3 1-lap down cars in this group. Harper, Floyd, and Jeremy Scherer. There goes the 42. Down to the bottom. They're bringing the 7 and TJ Floyd, the 49, and Jeremy Scherer in the 15, all going to the bottom. See where Ethan goes. He's going to go down and block that run. Colton Hayes to the bottom. Edwards a bit hung out to dry. Nine laps to go from Daytona Beach, Florida, and in our season, the Golden Eagle Syrup Superspeedway Series. Once again, huge thanks to our partners in Golden Eagle Syrup and Derek Watkins and company, and Temple over there. A lot of good people. Ethan trying to make it difficult on that 7 car, but unable to do so. Dalton Hayes then goes up there. Jeremy Scherer is going to go 3 wide on Ethan Evers and shove our championship contender to the back of this group. Did not see that coming. Now the 7 of Harper right behind Dalton Hayes. Dalton leads the group in the 47. Harper's a lap down in the 7. They're catching lappers of William Ashabrenner.
Thank you,
Ian
gentlemen.
Montrose. Alex Linney leads the championship in 2nd place. They're trying to pick up Montrose because they know he's a good pusher, but I don't think he's going to get him. Mike Edwards now a half second back. Starting to develop a gap between them. Now Hayes has gone to the top with the 7 and the 42. Really, Matt Benke not to be on their outside if they want to catch back up. Like Ethan was letting Mikey back in here. Jeremy Scherer going to get him behind. They're going to all get single file. Dalton Hayes probably feels like a sitting duck with those 2 teammates right behind him. There is your front of the pack. Dalton Hayes leading. I think the 7 and 42 are quite okay with that. They're going to try to win this race at the end with the 42. The 7 can't win it because he's a lap down. He'd have to get a caution and then get into it. It is fixing to get wild. Looks like Ian Montrose not able to hang on to the back of this group. He's going to have to look for some help. 10 cars still in the lead lap. There goes Edwards with the push of Ethan Evers to the inside line. Jeremy Scherer's going to drop down there with him. There's just no run there. Actually lose ground to the main pack. We'll go down there again, try to get around Benke. Benke a lap down. Outside line has 3 lap down cars in it. Edwards getting turned sideways a little bit by Ethan Evers. They're starting to make a charge on that inside line. They've gotten up to the 7 of Harper. And Ethan Evers gets by the 42. Harper's going to cut to the middle. Edwards is going to get turned sideways. This is going to be a crash. Ethan Evers is in it, as is Lenny. And our lead pack crashes. Wow. What in the world? Now we're going to go in our green-white checker situation, and anything can happen. So Harper splits Dalton Hayes as Ethan Evers gets into Edwards at the same time. What's going on the drone here? Ethan has his teammate Edwards in front of him, gets over to the left on him, and that turns Edwards up the hill. 42 of Lenny got a little contact, as did Evers. Let's watch that one from Lenny. See how he fares through here. This should get Harper back on the lead lap, even though he's involved in it. I think he was ahead of everyone. We'll see how iRacing calls that, but he's kind of ahead of everyone when that yellow comes out. Oof, 47 and 35 really hit hard there. Heavy left front damage on that 47 as a result here at Dragon. Well, it has him behind the pace car. So he'll be the lucky dog then. So that'll let Harper back into the fight once he gets that lucky dog. And fuel's going to become an issue if we get too many of these green-white checkers. I don't think you can come down unless you're coming down anyway. Like the 7 is going to be the lucky dog. He can come down and get a free pit stop. But I don't think if you're Lenny or Evers you can stop. It could play right into Harper's hands if we get the green-white checkers. Lenny is going to come down. Leaves Ethan Evers out there by himself. So Lenny going to come down and get the tires and fuel, I believe. That is surprising.
I got pants under the yellow.
You always do, Daniel. I'll make a Daniel rule next season. So Evers, John Garrett, Alex Lenny. Lenny in the pit lane. Evers and Garrett stay out. Edwards pits. Yeah, you're kind of third car in line, TJ. As far as the lap down cars. You had 2 of them still ahead of you. I wonder if it's not giving Harper the wave around because he probably got an incident point and he'll have to take the wave around and not get a pit stop. That may be what's happening here. You may have to take just the regular wave around for being behind the leader. Oh, you're hoping to drive through the wreck unscathed. Yeah, that did not work out. Didn't work out for anybody. I don't think anybody made it through that wreck lane. That was in that 7 or 8 car pack. Ethan Evers is your leader. John Garrett second. Alex Lenny third. Mike Edwards fourth. Greg Koloff took tires in fifth, as did Quinn Newton sixth. Cliff Mullins seventh. Gatlin Downey eighth. Chris Walsh in ninth. And Dalton Hayes in 10th. Jeremy Scherer 11th. And Nathan Harper will be the last car in the lead lap when he takes this wave around. Should get it this time by. The 2 of Cleaver has decided to come down to the pit lane. Cleaver 2 laps down. Harper has to take this wave around, so he doesn't have any choice really. And there he goes. And if he pits, he goes a lap down, so he's got to go for this to stay in the title fight. And we go green, white, checker. Ethan Evers, John Garrett, Alex Linney, Mike Edwards. And call off a Newton, your top 6. Oh god, the Jim Beam cars are together. I'm going to get so confused. Yeah, 05.
Hey, Mike,
down
come
here. 18. It's Chris Walsh.
Thanks, Matt. All good.
Half a lap from going to green, white, checker mode here to determine a champion. Ethan Evers, Alex Linney, and Nathan Harper have a legitimate shot here. Anything can happen in these green, white checkers. Hayden with the same idea in chat. You never know. Could get a quick yellow. Colin T get his lap back, and we'll have all 4 of them on the lap. Weirder things have happened. This is only attempt number 1. We get 3 shots at a green, white checker. We don't get it done by then. We just say it's over. We're okay on time. We're not running up against the time limit, so we will get all 3 attempts if we need them.
Dalton, you might want to go high on restart.
Pace car heads in. Here we go. 2 laps to decide it. Evers, Edwards, Garrett. They get the launch from the 42. That's going to let the 42 have a massive run at them. I don't know if that was the best idea. Edwards and Evers clear John Garrett. Get down in front of him. Quinn Newton leading the outside line. Greg Koloff pops up there. See Cliff Mullins. Just check in where Harper is, because that's what Linney needs to know. He's several cars back. Oh, they're getting dicey on the backstretch. Quinn Newton. Push from Greg Koloff. I'm holding my breath half of this. It's very intense. Very intense. And make it off of turn 4. We're going to see a white flag in the air. Quentin Newton, Greg Koloff trying to lead that outside line to get a win here. Alex Linney's trapped on the inside line. Can't get up to the top. Now he can. Now he's going to finally make the move. Here's where the decisions get interesting. Alex Linney's gone to the top lane. Oh, they're wrecking. Alex Linney's into the outside wall. John Garrett flipped on his side. Linney's on his side.
Holy shit.
Ethan Evers out in front. Let's watch these guys going for the win. It could still all unfold poorly for Evers if the front guys start to crash and he gets collected in it. Beating and banging to the line. Quinn Newton going to get the win. After that is anyone's guess. Ethan Evers your champion though, and Quinn Newton your winner. What a finish that was. We'll have to see what happened to Linney. You did call it. Let's get up here and see what happens to Linney. It's ahead of Cliff Mullins. Cliff's going to get up behind him, looks to the inside. Linney comes down a little bit, then Cliff and they make contact.
My bad, Matt.
I think Cliff was trying to help him.
It's alright, I'm already destroyed.
Ethan Evers, I don't know if he survived this post-race calamity here. Yeah, our champion got smacked up into the outside wall. But Quinn Newton, your winner tonight. Come do these burnouts. I'm sure Ethan has some kind of car left. He'll come party. Let's go get Quinn while he's still all amped up. Quinn, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, oh man, what a finish that was. And you pulled off a win. Did you see that one coming with the 2 laps to go?
didn't, man. We got a good run there. I was hoping that Edwards would come with me, and then he dropped that bottom. I was the only one on the outside. I'm like, someone's got to get up there and push me. I got someone to push me. They gave me good pushes, and then they just backed off on the backstretch. I'm like, that's not good. And I'm like, well, I saw the run coming, and I'm like, well, I'm going to block him. And then once I saw him blocked, I just dropped it to the bottom and hoped that I could hold the push. And I was able to, and then they just took each other out. Didn't even have to finish anybody or race anybody after that. They finished each other off for me, so that was an exciting last lap right there.
It's a hell of a way to finish the season with the victory. I'm sure that'll be a popular one in the series. Congrats on the finish there.
I'll take it.
All right, bud, go ahead, hit me with those friends, family, and sponsor shoutouts, and don't forget your own company.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that last time. 712 Brakes on Whatnot. We do football breaks and whatnot. Should be live from the Charlotte Motor Speedway doing something, so keep an eye out for that. Low Drag, Labor 12, Daniel Wallen for just being Daniel, and that should do it.
We're actually giving Daniel the shout out this time.
Yeah, we'll give Daniel a shout out.
All right, congrats, Daniel. I mean, he's a 2-time SRL winner. We can shout him out.
That's right, he is.
All right, Quinn, congrats on the win, and enjoy the rest of your Friday.
All right, thank you.
Quinn Newton in the 88. Let's go find the 93 of Greg Koloff if he's still hanging out in the driver chat. I don't see him now. Is Gatlin Downey anywhere new? So we'll go grab Ethan Evers, our champion, then. Ethan, DG, you got a copy?
Yo, what's up, DG?
You're finally a champion in SRL. How good does that feel?
A little shitty though. We didn't get a win, but once they told me Alex was wrecking, that was my main goal, was not to be involved in any wreck. So I just let them boys have at it.
Yeah, and you succeeded until the finish line anyway, and then we won't count the wreck that happened after.
Yes, Mike, clean me out.
Well, you get to do the burnouts here. Get a championship to your name. Daddy Evers in chat says, proud of my son for winning a championship. That has to feel good, too.
It does, man. I had a lot of people watching, too, so if you had extra viewers, they might have been cheering for me. I finally feel like, a Trenton Sneed in a way.
A little bit, except his viewers actually talk.
Yeah, viewers talk.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the championship. I have to keep hitting replay because your car apparently disappeared. But anyway, congrats on the champion. And I know it's been a long time coming. You've been working hard in SRL for a long time, and we're happy to see it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, dude. Got to thank Fort Worth. Got to thank John, man. He was giving me some good call-outs there at the end. And then Mike, of course, was helping me. And Dalton. And then William was giving us runs. I don't know if he was just sitting up top and of the box and kind of letting us know, or if he was actually in the race there at the end, but he was definitely letting me know who was in what line and what line I needed to be in. We was just kind of riding there at the end, just make sure we didn't end up any wreck coming to the line.
As I showed your car wrecking right when you said the word wreck. That was pretty funny. Anyway, congrats on the championship, and I know you got a list of them, so go ahead and hit us with the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs.
Yeah, shout out to all the friends and family watching right now. That's pretty awesome that they tuned in just to see me bring home a championship, my first one in iRacing, which was pretty hard to do, I ain't gonna lie. Fort Worth Screen Printing, DGS Racing, Light of My Life, Labor 12 is all we got right now. So shout out to them for being on the car, and thanks for painting this beautiful thing up today, man. It was pretty fire, literally.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car. I had fun with that one. So hopefully we get to do some more. Appreciate you, my man, and congrats on that championship, and hopefully many more to come for you, bud.
Hell yeah, appreciate it, man.
Ethan Evers in the 8. You're champion in the SRL series. Unfortunately, things did not work out for Alex Linney there at the end. Cliff Mullins with the bump gone wrong, and he was trying to get him up there, but just didn't quite get him there. Yeah, that's going to do it. Let's run through our final standings or final results from the race and get the things all wrapped up. Quinn Newton, your winner. Outstanding finish there by the 5 car. Greg Hallhoff, Gatlin Downey, and Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers in your top 5. Jeremy Sherry, Nathan Harper, Dalton Hayes, Chris Walsh, and John Garrett round out your top 10. You have Cliff Mullins, Alex Linney, Colin Teague, Ian Montrose, Matt Benke, Troy Burke, Cody Cleaver, Daniel Wallen, TJ Floyd, Joe Monahan, top 20. And the final couple drivers, Will Ashbrenner and Zach McBride. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Golden Eagle Syrup Superspeedway series. Let's run through the sponsor bills and get the lights paid. We have Wild Horse Broadcasting doing our ARCA series on Monday. Rev Sim Shop does our Tuesday Dirt Street Stock Tour. Then a little bit later Tuesday, we have the Labor 12 Truck Series. Awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas. If you haven't checked them out yet, first of all, why are you living under a rock? Second of all, go do it right now. Labor 12, laborxii.com. Then we have Arc Music doing our Gen 4 Cup Series on Wednesday nights. Fort Worth Screen Printing did our Xfinity Series last night. Golden Eagle Syrup put on this Superspeedway race you just watched here. And coming up right after this, we're heading to Indianapolis Motor Speedway for our SRL IndyCar finale. And then tomorrow we'll have our IndyCar 500-mile race in Indianapolis. So a lot of Indy in the next 2 days. Hopefully you guys can come on out and check it all out. A lot of fun Indy cars at Indianapolis. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Thank you so much. Congrats to Quinn Newton on the win and Ethan Evers picking up the championship. And I hope you guys stick around for that IndyCar race. Thank you once again. Appreciate it and have a good night.